Anything that brings you to the conclusion that Krillin can breathe the same air as Luffy?
Whoa, but what the hell are you talking about? Generally, what the hell are you talking about? Alright, y'all, so we are watching the worst anime hot takes of all time, and these hot takes get progressively worse and just hotter and just overall bad. So watch the video to the end. If not, I might have to grab you. Trunks / Goku can't blow up a planet. Come on, dog. Have you watched like the first, I don't know, 20 episodes of Dragon Ball where Nappa just lifts up his hand and just blows up 3 planets? Oh, y'all know Goku and Trunks are stronger than Nappa? I mean, that should be just simple logic. You should not be even thinking of this take, because that is just horrendously, disgustingly terrible.
Oh my gosh, the first take's a TikTok live take. Goku / Trunks aren't planetary.
Like, that's
you know
bad,
what?
bro.
Let me keep an open mind. It's just a screenshot, and I can't say he's bugging out just based on it. Let's hear what he has to say.
He's bugging out, bro.
That's exactly what that means. Because Trunks has never done it, he can't do it. He's not planetary until he demonstrates otherwise.
I'd actually like to...
This is just basically simple logic, bro. Trunks, Goku, Vegeta have no reason to blow up a planet, so we're not going to see them blow up a planet because they are the good guys, right? But when they beat characters that are capable of destroying a planet, then that means that will translate to them being the same strength, buddy. I mean, this is just common knowledge, bro, because they're not gonna blow up the planet, because guess what? They're the good guys, bro.
To get in contact with this guy, because he clearly knows Kizaru's plug. Let me actually give you guys a bit of a history lesson on why this take might have even arrived. Several months ago, near the tail end of summer, the topic on whether Naruto was planetary came up, with the sides being clearly divided. One side said he's planetary because he fights with people who can destroy planets, and the other side said he isn't because he hasn't blown up a planet. Now,
that's
questioning
so stupid,
if Naruto is planetary or not
logic.
is fair to an extent, because the Naruto franchise doesn't have people blowing up planets regularly. Questioning if Trunks is planetary is a completely different story. The guy in the video basically says that since Trunks hasn't destroyed a planet, he can't do it, which is a fairly disingenuous argument. The logic makes sense in theory. For example, if your friend said that he can beat a tiger in a fight, you called cap until you saw it yourself. But the logic breaks down so quickly when you realize your friend has been seen fighting toe-to-toe with freaking alien tigers that are 100 times stronger than a normal tiger. At that point, you just have to give up the logic and agree that he can beat a regular tiger in a fight. Like, why can't people just accept how Dragon Ball Z works? How many times do we have to teach y'all this lesson? They have been blowing up planets since power levels were in the thousands. When was the last time a power level was relevant? The Namek saga? They stopped mattering because power levels became absurdly high. Frieza was casually blowing up planets in his first form. Trunks was able to beat the brakes off that same Frieza when he was in his final form and supposedly stronger than he was on Namek. Trunks even caught the attack that Frieza was going to use to destroy Earth, which, mind you, this attack was stronger than the blast that destroyed both Namek and Planet Vegeta, with his bare hand.
Has he ever done anything like this before, or is it 100% Luffy inspired? Come on, bro. Mr. Fantastic has been around since the 60s, dude. So that's all I gotta say, bro. He's been around since the 60s, bro.
Ah, One Piece fans, the gift that keeps on giving. But to be completely fair, this guy is genuinely just asking a question. He's not trying to be annoying or implying that One Piece is the father of everything. I just wanted to include this in the video because this is the same idea of Dragon Ball fans taking credit for the ideas of other creative projects. Reed Richards has definitely been able to alter his appearance to make himself look more buff. Gear 4 also came out in 2015, and Mr. Fantastic has been around since the 60s. That means there are nearly 50 years of Mr. Fantastic comics to draw inspiration from. Sure, you can draw connections between the two, but I think the chances are higher they just want to go for an Aki look for Mr. Fantastic. There always seems to be certain fans in some fan bases who are so stuck in their own community that they can't fathom something else being completely original.
Nah, I remember when someone said that Fairy Tail copied One Piece designs, bro. Like, come on, One Piece fans, bro. Come on, bro. You're reaching to the stars, bro.
And there are people who will feed into the nonsense and keep up the bad takes when they're just wrong most of the time. Like, I know for a fact that there were people who saw this post, took it way too seriously, and went on a tear trying to prove that Luffy actually inspired Mr. Fantastic. But I won't stay on this one for too long. Let's move on.
Anything that brings you to the conclusion that Krillin can breathe the same air as Luffy?
Whoa, but what the hell are you talking about? Generally, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Just go.
Whoa. Hold up. I'm not dealing with any more Krillin slander. He's just glazing. Okay, fine. I'll do the Krillin take. For some reason, Krillin had a surge of slander which boggles my mind. Y'all gotta stop playing about my guy.
Luffy in Gear 5 would absolutely obliterate him. He would absolutely just destroy this man's life.
You genuinely have to be trolling, bro, because there's no way you could actually think that this man Krillin was sparring with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, blocking, doing all sorts of joint. If Luffy even felt Super Saiyan Blue Goku's presence, he would be dead along with the One Piece verse, bro. Just did you watch Dragon Ball Z? Did you watch Dragon Ball Super? Did you watch Dragon Ball?
First off, let's get this straight. This guy is straight glazing. Also, I really don't know if bro is joking or not. Bringing these One Piece or Naruto characters into fights with Dragon Ball Z characters, it's like entering a toddler in the UFC. Luffy versus Krillin is literally the coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb meme. And the thing is, if I just say DBZ characters are always going to be stronger than Luffy, I'm just going to get told I'm wrong. Krillin's portrayal in Dragon Ball being the weakling really made y'all think he would be a bum in other series. Emo would be bowing before Krillin if he was in One Piece, along with the rest of the 5 elders.
Krillin, Luffy, Naruto. Who's coming out of the room alive?
Not Krillin.
Bro.
This clip actually reminded me of something I've been working on for a minute. I just wanted to let y'all know that I will be advocating for a ban of all microphones and cameras in any convention in 2025. Yes, I know. Thank you. The stuff they be saying in these street or convention interviews really makes me wonder if there's some secret organization that exists in this world. I don't know if they're told to say something else beforehand. It's a very clear pattern. If you see someone at a convention and ask them for a hot take or a question, they'll just say anything. These interviews are actually bordering on communist propaganda. Blink twice if y'all need help, please. Is Shonen Showdown keeping you guys hostage? The takes I hear about Dragon Ball tell me that it is the most watched, unwatched series ever. It's so popular, yet people are just blatantly wrong about it so often. I don't want to rehash points I've made before in the past already. Let's just move on and leave the Krillin slander in the past.
They said if Bleach came out nowadays, it would flop just like Black Clover.
Okay, there are somehow multiple
If Bleach came out nowadays, it would be a flop just like Black Clover. I mean, bro, I don't think it really matter what time period it came out. Bleach is a successful anime, bro. You're just chatting, bro.
Things wrong with this one sentence. How do you even manage that? That's gotta be some sort of skill. Where do I even begin? First off, Bleach is definitely on the older side of anime, but it's not that old to the point where people are just blinded by nostalgia. Besides the animation being a bit worse than earlier arcs, Bleach still holds up extremely well to this day. That's why the big three is so iconic. Not only were they popular back in the day, but they're also able to hold up fairly well when watched nowadays. There's also the fact that Bleach is in fact still being released to this day. I don't know how this person forgot about Bleach still having an ongoing anime with anime exclusive content in it. Then there's the fact that Bleach inspired a lot of other series with the format they have. Bankai's inspired domain expansions, the divisions in the Soul Society mirrored the squads in Black Clover, and My Hero's author Horikoshi said that he drew inspiration from Bleach. Now finding that is if the series provided a blueprint that proved to be successful, and that same blueprint is used today and is successful as well, with the original not have similar results, the only way I see this not being the case is because people talk about anime way differently today, and people can be a lot more divisive nowadays when it comes to anime. Then we also have to address that Black Clover part of it being a flop. This is just a bold-faced lie.
I didn't peep that, bro. Black Clover didn't even flop, bro. Black Clover is top 5 Nugent, bro. Like, we're not no 2025 Black Clover slander, bro. The anime is gonna be returning, bro.
Clover was not a flop. If you didn't like it, that's fine. But to say that Black Clover wasn't popular and bombed is pure lunacy. We can all acknowledge that Black Clover didn't have the best start, but in case you didn't know, it's not 2017 anymore. It's 2025, and the series has gotten a lot better as it progressed. After watching the Elf arc, I promise you fans were not saying Black Clover was a flop. The only reason why people don't talk about it is because the anime was on hiatus because of its close proximity to the manga. The mangaka also had to slow down the schedule for Black Clover because of health and family matters, so a new chapter drops about every 3 months. That's
not bro, role playing as the Hunter x Hunter author, bro. Come on, bro. What's with these health issues, gang?
Not flopping. It's making sure the mangaka and the series are both doing fine. And plus, anytime there is a new chapter, Black Clover fans start popping up again and the series returns closer to its prime form. Next take.
Anime hot takes that progressively get
With
hotter.
TikTok being banned in America, we'll see how long that lasts for. I wanted to include one of these hot take slideshows that progressively get hotter. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, I don't really care or have much to say about half of these. Like, I'm not gonna fight you on if you think Akamaru is annoying in Naruto. A couple of these takes did catch my eye though, one of them being about the worst fan bases.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure, Attack on Titan, and JJK have the worst fan bases by far. Bro, what? Okay, Attack on Titan, that's valid, but JJK and JoJo Bizarre Adventures, the JoJo fans be kind of tweaking out. Hey, if you say the anime is terrible, oh my gosh, they might pull up to your house. But JJK fans, they're chill, bro. You're definitely bugging on that one.
Now, I think JJK fans deserve to be here without question. Some of them can be very obnoxious about their series, especially because it was so popular in 2024. I don't think AOT and JoJo's fans deserve to be here without some other contenders in mind. I think that there are a good amount of fan bases who can contend for the last 2 spots. My Hero fans were way too crazy in the early 2020s to not be in contention for a spot. One Piece fans are always in contention for a spot like this, along with Dragon Ball Z fans. Then I'd probably have to have AOT as my other contender. My final list would probably have JJK, My Hero, with DBZ and One Piece tied for worst fan base.
Nah, because if the Attack on Titan fans really do be tweaking out when someone say they don't like the anime, oh my god, they're pulling up to your address too. If you say anything about the freaking ending or how the show is, or it's not the best anime of all time, pulling up to your address. Anything that's not positive about Attack on Titan, they're pulling up to your address, bro. I'm sorry.
I low-key think another fan base has potential to rival JJK, but I'll give it a couple years and see how they're doing there.
It's okay, it's
Another
not that
take I
bad,
found
bro.
interesting is SAO being better than 90% of new gen anime. I'm not sure.
We don't care about SAO, bro.
I'm not gonna really comment on the other takes too much because they're honestly fairly reasonable. Like, enjoyability being better than good writing is something I can understand and might even agree with too. Something like Demon Slayer is enjoyable to watch even if the writing isn't deeper than something like Attack on Titan. When it comes to enjoyability, it is purely subjective. Except Misfit of Demon Academy. You're not allowed to enjoy that at all. If you do enjoy it, you're objectively wrong. Now it's time for the lightning round where I pick out some comments with hot takes that you guys wrote under the last video. Cheese Grater wrote about a lot in their takes, so I'll talk about a few of them. They say that DBZ is hot trash. It's poorly paced, horribly animated, only has a few good characters, has a bad protagonist, and can't kill off any popular characters and keep them dead.
Okay, let's go to just the allegations. Dragon Ball Z is hot ass. That's just cap. It's poorly paced. It's definitely, the pacing is definitely could be better. Horribly animated. Okay, not even just chatting. We just want to put something in there. Just chatting, bro. Dragon Ball Z for its time and then how it developed over the years. Animation is beautiful. I know what you're talking about. Only has a few good characters. No, whoa, that's cap. That's cap. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Vegeta. If you want to count them, Gogeta. I like Goten. Bro, I'm just about to get yapping about how good characters are. Dog shit protagonists. There's no way you watch Goku's journey and think he's a bad main character, but there's no way you just watch that journey and think he's a bad main character and can't kill off any popular characters, keep them dead. Okay, now that's facts, but you know, most animes really don't do that, you feel me?
To be completely fair, you can think DBZ is trash and say that Goku is a bad protagonist, but I don't think animation being bad is valid whatsoever for Dragon Ball Z. In terms of animation, which is how the characters move, there's never really a point where I'm watching a fight and Goku looks awkward moving. It stays relatively consistent throughout the series besides Super. If you're referring to the art style of Dragon Ball Z, it's your opinion, but in terms of characters moving, I think it's just false to say it's bad animation. Also, to be a good series, you don't need to kill off characters. I don't know where this idea came from. It's a shonen anime for younger audiences. It's not gonna be a bloodbath every arc. If characters never got revived, you'd have to pull things out of your butt to make new characters on par with strength with the ones in the ongoing arcs. Cheese Grater also said that Demon Slayer is bad as it has generic plot, generic characters, generic backstory, generic music, and great animation.
It has a generic plot. Okay, most new animes have like that basic plot-based plot foundation. That's just the shonen formula, you feel me? Generic characters, oh, you're tweaking, but the Demon Slayer characters are absolutely unique in their own different ways, bro. It's funny, just the Hashira and how they interact are all different, and it's just a good experience to like watch them on screen. Generic backstories, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Demon Slayer backstories, I'd be snoozing, bro. Especially demons, bro. I'd be snoozing. Generic music, you're just chatting. Great animation, and it's carried by animation. Demon Slayer being carried by animation, I can see that, but you can't say the animation is the only reason why it's good. That's just flawed thinking.
They end by saying that it's ultimately carried by animation. This take is a lot more common than some may think, but I also think that people come down a bit too hard on Demon Slayer. Generic does not equal bad. Generic equals average. If we're going to call something bad, there has to be something bad about it. If you're pointing to everything in Demon Slayer and calling it average, then it's not actually bad, it's just average. The next take from Choppa Card, which I'm assuming that they got this take from someone else and they're not actually saying it themselves, is essentially saying that Zoro can beat Luffy because Luffy is weak to sword attacks. I've mentioned in the past that Zoro is closer to Sanji than he is to Luffy, and I think this is still the case. Just because Luffy is weak to sword attacks doesn't mean he'll just get murked and exploded by one sword slash. Let's make a connection with Pokemon. We know that Groudon, a ground type, is weak to water moves, so they'll do double the damage. By saying Zoro can beat Luffy because of his weakness, we can also say that Totodile could beat a Groudon, even though we know that they are light years apart in strength. I know the take also includes Luffy and Zoro being relative to each other, but people also say that the earth is flat, so that doesn't really mean much to me. And I just wanted to throw this one last take in here, because I've been holding on to these for a while. Y'all takes are not safe, even in the comment sections of different platforms. What do you mean Roger was slamming Garp? Who do y'all think Roger is? Wait a minute. If Shanks and Roger have parallels between each other, Roger is just an old gen oh my gosh, I have to write this down for later. Oh my gosh. 2024 had a lot of bad takes, and 2025
Hey bro, W video, bro. It has some interesting takes, bro. I'm not gonna lie.